Hello, baby.
Hello.
Well, it's been 2 days since I've ran this video camera. Every morning or every night I like to do this, and for the last 2 days I haven't done it. I brought the camera and Mommy keeps saying, hey, when are you gonna do this? How come you keep bringing this camera? Well, today, before we start, I want to show you what we've done for the last 2 days. What have you been working on, as a matter of fact, for the last 2 days?
So this has not been done. You can see this is kind of grimy and old.
Yeah.
But these have all been done, and all the bedrooms have been
Nice.
done. So I've done the door jambs.
With the semi-gloss paint, you did that all by yourself?
I did. All by myself.
Have you painted before?
No.
Well,
I have painted before, but I'm not a professional.
no, but what paintbrush did you end up using?
I ended up using this little Valspar.
That's a 2-inch, and I like the fact that it's cut at an angle.
Yeah, it's
and you used a little bucket, didn't you?
I used this little bucket.
You used this little bucket right here, and then because there was so much paint in a 5-gallon bucket, we just used a little plastic cup.
Yes.
And we poured some paint in there because I couldn't pour it out of there directly into that. And you ended up doing all this baseboard, and that's why I didn't paint the walls yet. I didn't cut in at the bottom yet because I let Momi do the baseboards first. That way, if she got a little bit on the wall, I'm gonna cut it in down there with the wall paint.
I tried to be really good.
Yeah, you were.
But you can see I messed up a little bit.
See, but that's okay because when I painted this with the roller, I could only get so close. So I still had to cut this in anyway. So most painters, they paint the walls first and they cut in and then they do the doors last. We're doing it the very opposite. That way, if you get any marks on there, the paint on the wall will cover it up. See, I'm gonna have to cut this in nice and straight with my paintbrush. But she did pretty good on these door frames. And she also did the window stools. She did the window stool and the apron, and she did the trim up in here. Now, how did you get it so nice down here? I noticed you didn't have hardly any paint on the floor.
Oh, I taped it.
Oh, we taped it. We taped it with masking tape. Before we did that, the floors were all dusty, so you had to wipe these down just on the edge with the sponge. That's what she's gonna do this morning. She's gonna wipe an edge down here with the sponge to get it nice and clean, because if you try to put masking tape on a tile floor when it's dusty, good luck with that, because it doesn't stick very well. Okay, and so I had her put masking tape around here when she did the door frames, and that way we didn't get any paint down there. And what did I do? What did I do for the last 2 days? Well, I got all these. Where was I last? I didn't have any of these walls finished, did I?
No, you didn't have anything.
Since the last video, I've done all these bedroom walls. One day I did all the walls, all the walls and stuff inside the closets and the shelves and all that. And I did, no, maybe I did have those done. I think I did have those done. I did have those done. I came back and I ended up doing, 2 days ago, I did the bathrooms. I did all the bathroom walls. See, I took down the light fixture there, so I didn't have to cut in around that. Here's my light fixtures here. And since they're down here, I'm gonna have Momi, I think she's already cleaned these for me. That one right there was for up here. It's so much easier when you have things out of your way. And I use the little mini roller, my 6-inch mini roller for this, for the bathrooms. And I did the ceilings the same way with the mini roller. It gives you way more control, especially for the small little areas and cutting in. There's so much cut in here. And I thought, I'm just gonna take it nice and easy. And I did that with my mini roller. And it turned out really good. And I just put the craft paper down here on the floor from where I had that from before. And what else did I do? See, I just used my craft paper like this. I would slide that around. Here I got another piece there, and I ended up last night. I painted around the cabinet, so I just put the craft paper down here on top to catch any little drips that were coming down off the roller. And even though I was using the mini roller, that thing spits a little bit, and so do big rollers. Here's the mini roller I'm talking about, the weenie roller, right here. That's what I used, and I used my extension pole. And the other day, just was it yesterday? Did I do the ceilings?
No, you did it 3 days ago.
Oh, okay.
3 days ago.
Oh, well, no. I'm trying to remember what I did.
It's been a while.
What I did?
You did the ceiling.
I did the ceiling 2 days ago. That's what I did. I did this whole ceiling here, and all I did was I used the mini roller again. I did the whole ceiling with the mini roller. Yes, I did, because it was semi-gloss, and it was a lot lighter for me to use just the broom handle. I could have used this extension pole here, and you can adjust this by pushing on this, and then it slides down, you know, to wherever you want. But this thing is heavy, especially up over your head, especially if you use a big roller frame and a roller cover like this up over your head with a full thing of paint on there. It'll drip a lot. It's harder to work over your head. You're going to spill a lot more. And so I just set up my craft paper along here, and I did the ceiling, and I just did it about 3 feet over, 2.5 feet over, slid my craft paper over, did another section. And then I ended up reaching up as high as I could with the broom handle, and I could I got all the way up to the point, the ridge point right here with the angle. And over here, I was barely reaching it, so I just got up on my stool, and I would set it there, and I would, like waving a flag back and forth with the broom handle and the mini roller, and I would go, you know, 4 feet or so, and then I would move. Then I'd go another bit, and then I would move. And I was able to do all that, and it came out looking really good. Look at that ceiling. I took that one down, loosened it up so I could go right around that. It's much easier to do that. And this one I left up there, and you might be able to see the old paint around the trim up there. You can hardly see it. The color is really super close. Momi did a good job with that. She went to the store and she got something really super close. She brought some samples back over here. We picked one, and it's coming out looking almost the same as what happened before. And I went the other day too. I went around and I spot caulked the trim, and where there were gouges on the outside corners, on the inside corners, anything that looked like it needed to be done on the tops, I cleaned that all up. So now, see, I always try to work ahead of whoever's helping me. Momi's helping, so I wanted to get everything ready for her so that now she can go and do all of the baseboards, and then she'll do the windowsill and apron here, and she'll do that one over there. She'll do this top trim today, the top trim over here. And my job today is, we've got carpet coming over here tomorrow. So we've got to have everything ready in these rooms. So I've got to go around, and when I painted these ceilings, I have not cut them in yet. I just painted as close as I could with the roller, and I did the mini rollers in here too, by the way. And there's a section on the side all the way around. You can. It's hard to see where the new paint is as opposed to where the old paint is. See right there, you can see it good there, right? See along there. So I've got to cut all that in. So I'm going to cut in the ceiling first, and that shouldn't take me too terribly long. I don't have to cut it in 100% just perfect, as long as I get it on the ceiling. If I get a little bit on the wall, that's okay, because on the top of the wall, I still have to cut that in. You see, from where the wall is, I could only get the mini roller and the 9-inch roller close without hitting the wall, okay? And I actually, on all the walls, I went ahead and used the big 9-inch frame, and I used my broom handle, and I did the walls with that. But, so see, I've got to cut in all the ceilings in the bedrooms, then once I do all that, then I have to come back and cut in the walls all the way around, and then I have to cut in all around the shelving, the inside corners of the closet all the way down, inside corners, I have to check those, run the inside corners, go around the windows, I have to cut that in, because again, I ran the mini roller this wide. You can see how I still have to cut that in. And if you're really good, you can use your 9-inch roller along there without, last thing you want is to get it too close and hit it. You know, so a couple times I hit it and I just wiped it off with my rag and stuff. So I got to cut all that stuff in. Then I have to go down and cut in all the baseboard. So I have to do all that today, and I'll get it done. And while I'm doing that, Momi will be, she's going to wipe all this down. And